Alright guys, welcome to a new series. This is the Patreon only Sim Dynasty. I reordered my Patreon reward tiers, and we now have a Sim Dynasty option for only $5 a month. Or you could do a bundle option with the Patreon only Dynasty for $12 a month. So we have a couple of guys in here. Pride Leader from the Subscriber Dynasty and Land Shark from the Patreon Dynasty are joining in. So welcome guys, very excited to see how this goes. I am Bowling Green. I decided to go MAC. We have to be under a 3-star team, no Power 5 conference. So that's what we are. And this video is going to be five days. We're going to advance Monday through Friday every day. So it's going to be probably first thing in the morning for me, about 8:30 before I go to work. And that gives you all day to do your recruiting and stuff like that before the day is over. But we got Predator Leader at Wyoming, Land Shark at East Carolina, and Epic is Legend or Opie over at Rice. Now he's not doing any videos on this one. It's just going to be just for fun. So that's what we're doing, man. We are ready to roll. We have the recruiting board set up, redshirt players set up, custom schedules. I don't think there's really anything special. I did update a couple of them where I gave FCS teams like myself. I gave 2 FCS teams. UMass was already there, so no big deal on that one. ECU, I swapped out for Southeast. Yeah, I left him North Carolina. No, I asked and nobody said anything about schedule, so I left him that one. And Mid-Tennessee State. Rice, I gave him Midwest and West. He also had Tulsa scheduled previously, as well as Kansas. So for the rivalry, I just left those games there as well. And then Wyoming, I don't know. I might have added the Midwest. You're going to leave Nebraska there and left Texas State because that should be an easy win. But we will see. I know these guys are ready to roll and ready to get things played, ready to get things done. So we're going to advance it into week 1, and we'll give you an update after that. All right, we're in week 1. We have a bye week, so nothing going on for me. Not going to look at recruiting yet because week 1 is pretty much a wash. I mean, you could add points to people. You can do whatever you want, but this week you don't know who's adding points to who yet. So we're going to wait and look at that after this week. Everybody's ready. Epic is ready. It's just not set to ready to advance. He did most of his stuff online. We are going to look at, actually, let's go ahead and look at coach philosophy so you can see what kind of play style we're rolling with this year. We're rolling pro style, Bowling Green in a pro style. How about that, man? We're going to be pass offense heavy. That's going to be our forte. Hopefully we're able to do that. Substitutions are kind of low, and we're going to go 4-3. Now this is going to determine or vary based off of who we play week to week, especially the style, defense style, offensive style, stuff like that. Playbook's probably going to stay the same though, because one of you guys mentioned for the Sim only Dynasty with OP that we should do that week to week, scout the players and stuff like that and see how it works, which I like that idea a lot. So that's what we're going to do. We're checking the preseason polls to see where everybody's ranked. Alabama 1, Clemson 2, Oklahoma 3, Florida State number 4. And then we're just going to bypass everybody else until we can see where we're ranked when one of us is ranked, actually. ECU at 74. That's where he's taking the cake. Myself at 77. And then you have Rice in Wyoming at the 116, 117 slot. Taking a look at the conference outlooks for us, I'm projected to win the East Side and finish 3rd behind either Northern Illinois or Toledo from the West Side. But hey, I'll take that. It's a pretty good option for me to be in the top classes. Arkansas State over on that side. American East Side, ECU projected almost last on his side, but his side must be the tough side. West Side, weak sauce. That's what the W stands for. We have Conference USA, Rice over on the West Side, and projected to be number 10, I guess. Mountain West, right? Yeah, Wyoming Mountain West. He's projected last in his division and last in the conference. I bet Pride Leader will be able to turn that team around real quick, though. I went through the All-Americans. Nobody had anybody in the first or second team. So we're ready to roll into week 2, so we're going to advance it, and we'll be right back. All right, we're in week 2 now. We had a bye week last week, so no stats for us. Let's see how everybody else did, or who everybody else plays. Wyoming got a bye week. East Carolina against FCS Southeast, and Rice against Tulsa. Let's check out the scores and schedules to see how the games went. So taking a look at the Rice game, played FCS Midwest, ended up winning 34-3. Pretty dominating performance, man. Even threw the ball quite a bit, which Rice is, to me, more known for running it. But just kind of dominated the whole game. Up 20 20-3 at the half, and then 34-3 at the final. Just solid performance by Rice. And then Wyoming against Nebraska. Nebraska ends up taking the cake. It was pretty competitive for the first quarter, or first half, man. In the second half, Nebraska just took away with it, man. They just ran off and left them scoring like 3 times in the third quarter and then twice in the fourth to end it. But it was a close game in the first half. Gotta give them credit there, and almost had them. Taking a look at the championship contenders just to see where everybody's at now after the first week. Not a whole lot of change for myself and ECU, 71-74 since Rice and Wyoming were the only ones that had games. Rice at 110 and Wyoming ends up dropping a little bit to 121. And something I do want to check on a week-to-week basis is the injury report. I don't have anybody injured. Obviously, I didn't play a game. Let's see about everybody else. ECU, same thing. Rice, good to go. And Wyoming loses Brian Hill, the running back. I think it's his starter for 9 weeks. So practically the entire season. That's going to be huge for him. Old Predator Leader was telling me in the chat, or telling us in the chat, that he had gone to more of a run play style, and that's going to hurt tremendously on how he plays the game. So maybe when they made some adjustments, we will see this week. Taking a look at the recruiting board, I've actually got quite a bit of solid players on my board, dude. I mean, look at this. This middle linebacker wants to play for us. For some reason, Notre Dame's not going after him, so I got the most bonus, and I got the max points on him. So hopefully we can get this 80 overall middle linebacker. Same thing with the 76. I took a little bit of points off just because nobody else had put points on him after week 1. So hopefully we can sneak away with a couple of these dudes because it would improve our team drastically. This strong safety, I'm not sure if I'll keep. I don't have the bonus, but some of the weaker teams are going after him, myself, Toledo, and Akron included. But we will see after this week if I keep him or not. A tight end, if I could snag him, that'd be perfect. And the same thing with this 80 overall defensive end. Just a lot of potential for good things. And then I added some more people to my board. I had like 35, and then after the first week, I dropped it down to like 12. So I went in and added some more. I can't really take points away from some of these guys because I want to try to get them first. But recruiting already looking promising. We got Kent State Golden Flashes this week. Kirk's actually picking us to win, man. That's kind of a surprise. Our first game of the season. They are scoring quite a bit. 38 points in a game, 442 yards of offense. Pretty even, and they're pretty even on defense. Not giving up too much, but just enough for hopefully we can get the win. Didn't look super lopsided, so I'm not sure how I'm going to adjust. They're pretty decent on stopping their run. They like to throw a little bit more than they run, which is perfect. So I think I'm going to leave my settings alone for this week. Based off of the stats for week 1, I think that's fine because we're covering the pass a little bit more than the run, and then we're also throwing it, I think, a little bit more than we're running it. So I think I'm good where I'm going to leave it. But everybody's ready to roll, so we're going to advance it into week 3. Be right back. All right, we're into week 3 now. I have FCS Southeast for my game. I'm pretty sure we just got the win. Let's check out the scores and schedule, see how everybody did for week 2. I played the Kent State Golden Flashes, ended up getting the win. Kent State came out on top. Bam, 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 bam. 12 points, and we had 3. 12-3 at the half. Not looking good. We came out, started second half, and just took over the game. What was it? 12-10, and then 19-10, and then 2 touchdowns right there towards the end of the game. Seal the deal. We are undefeated in the season and in conference. It's pretty nice. Looking at the team stats, we did okay. We ran the ball quite a bit, 41 attempts to 12 or 29 pass attempts. We also went in and adjusted some stuff. Well, they beat us, man. Golly, they had more yards than us, we had a better third down conversion rating. 100% in the red zone, even with the turnover, we got picked off. We had a pretty good game. I would have liked a little bit better showing, but hey, a win's a win. I'll take it. ECU ends up winning over FCS Southeast, wins 21-0, and then didn't score after the half. Must have been a quiet game, but when you're up that much, maybe put the subs in. Ran the ball 50 times, went 8 for 21, throwing the ball 133 yards, 9 for 17 on third down compared to their 3 for 11. Huge difference, plus kept them out of the end zone, pitched the shutout with the 4 turnovers. Defense stepped it up, and he got the win. Now, Rice did not fare so good. Tulsa came out, scored every quarter, and just won the game. Rice unable to get into the end zone until late in the fourth or early in the fourth quarter, missed a 2-point conversion, and it was just never really a game. Checking out the team stats, they were really even though. I mean, 306 yards total offense, just flipped the script a little bit, passing the ball and ran the ball. They threw the ball horribly. 11 for 31, it's like a 33% completion rating. That's not good. It's a little better than that, but you know what I mean. 5 for 16 on third down, maybe a little too aggressive. I don't know. Just not able to convert on third down and not able to score every time you're in the red zone hurts. Plus the 2 turnovers didn't help any. But Rice ends up suffering his first loss of the season to rival Tulsa. Checking out the championship contenders, ECU moves up to 65 from last week. I think we moved up 3 spots to 71. Maybe we stayed the same. I thought we were 74. We were right there in the 70s, so we didn't move much if we did move. And then Rice ends up at 114 and Wyoming at 124. Rice ends up losing, or maybe we mentioned this before, I'm not quite sure. I don't think we did. His linebacker out for 4 weeks. So linebacker done, and hopefully he's got somebody to fill the void, because that looks like a pretty good overall linebacker to be out. All right, taking a look at the recruiting board. We are starting to gain some ground on some of these dudes. This 72 overall halfback, as well as this athlete, we're starting to pull away on. And hopefully we can seal some of these guys. We've actually had to drop quite a bit. I've had more people. If I get this 80 overall, my linebacker, dadgum, dude, I got the most points compared to Notre Dame. As long as I can pull away from them, as long as they don't show interest, it's pretty much a sealed deal. Added more people to my list just to see if I can maybe get a hold of them. If not, we're fine there. But recruiting definitely a lot harder this year because we got so many more competitive people in this thing. Plus, not in the great state of Texas. I'm in Ohio. But we have FCS Southeast this week. Look at our offense. We are not good against the pass. We're pretty good against the run, not good against the pass, which is not a surprise there. And we're relatively even running the ball and passing it. I actually went in and adjusted the way my coach philosophy is. This is going to be a test for me. So as you can see, I was talking to Bided Leader about how the way the actual slider works, and the way he explained it, and it will be a good test for us, is run is going to be what the bar level is. So right now it says 70. That means we're going to run 70% of the time, which I'm pretty sure that's what we had done, but it just seemed like if it was to the left side, we would run more. Like I don't know. I got confused like crazy, but we'll test it out. This looks like it should be 70% run, which is fine. And on this one, we'll defend the pass 60% of the time. We're going to defend the run 40%, which our pass is horrible. So we'll run the test here against FCS. Hopefully I don't lose while doing this test, but that's the risk I'm willing to take. Looks like everybody is ready to roll. We're getting into week 4. And I'll be here for this part. We'll be right back with the advance. All right, we're into week 4 now. I play Northern Illinois this week. But first, let's see how we did last week. That's what I'm talking about. We ended up beating FCS East to go 2-0, which shouldn't be much of a surprise. But it was 7-3 at one point. Actually, we were down in the second quarter before a 79-yard pass followed by a 44-yard pass and then another touchdown. Bam, 21 points. We pretty much went, 28 unanswered before they finally kicked the field goal. Huge game. And then Rice ends up taking out Kansas 35-28 by scoring 15 in the fourth quarter to take the lead. Holy jeez, man. And that was a return fumble and then another touchdown after that. So it must have been back-to-back turnovers. Dude, heck of a game. ECU ends up dropping to North Carolina. North Carolina put up 42 in the second half and just kind of walked away from it. And it was pretty much never a game. ECU just never really stood a chance, man. They went off. Golly, dude. That's insane. And Wyoming ends up taking out FCS Midwest. They put up a solid first half, man. What was that? 31 points? Pretty good game. Wyoming ended up doing some work and ready to roll. Taking a look at the championship contenders for this week, I am number 66, ECU 73, Rice at 97, and Wyoming at 118 and climbing. Checking out the injury report, I lost my quarterback for 3 weeks. So my middle linebacker and my quarterback, did I lose both these guys this week? I might have. They're both done for at least 3 weeks. Typically it's going to be like 5 to 6 weeks, so that is not good. It's my starting middle linebacker and my starting quarterback who's gone off so far. Let's check out everybody else's injuries. ECU has no injuries. Rice loses a right tackle. They already had the right outside linebacker and another right tackle. They lost both right tackles. Oh man, I'm gonna have to do some adjustments to his depth chart to get somebody else in there, but that is unfortunate. And then Wyoming still has his halfback out for another 7 weeks. But this week, Wyoming and Air Force ECU's got a bye week, and Rice, FCS. And we have Northern Illinois, even though they're projecting us to win. Kirk is at the very least. I mean, the stats are saying not us. We're putting up a pretty good amount of points. Our passing game's going crazy right now. We need to be able to work a little bit better on the pass defense, but overall, we're looking pretty solid. But that's going to be it for this part. We'll be right back after the advance.